It's digital literacy.
Ma'am, we are starting. Okay, ma'am?
Yeah.
Good morning and a warm welcome to everyone watching. I'm Shiza Akhtar, currently doing my internship at Edu TV, a channel with a million eyes across 28 countries. I feel so proud to be part of this incredible platform bringing education and inspiration to a global level. Today, I have the honor of speaking with someone I truly look up to, Mrs. Abhilasha Singh, Principal of Shining Star International School. Ma'am, you have been an incredible mentor not only to the students but also to young professionals like me. Your leadership, vision, and commitment to education have shaped this school into what it is today. Thank you so much for joining us today, ma'am. It's a privilege to have you here.
Thank you so much, Shrija. The privilege is mine, and it's an honor to be being interviewed by you and on Edu TV. And my association with the Edu TV goes long back, and I'm grateful that I somehow find myself every now and then on Edu TV. So thank you so much for having me here, and it's an honor talking to you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Ma'am, my first question to you regarding that transitioning from schools to university topic is that, first of all, I want to say how inspiring it is to see the way you lead Shining Star International School with such care, wisdom, and dedication. When it comes to the transition from schools to university, why do you think it's such a critical moment for students, and how do you think this shift shapes their future success?
Good question, Shija. And in fact, a few days back, in fact, today I spoke to grade 8. In fact, I was talking to them about um, life after school and how they need to prepare and how they need to be focused. So, life in school is very sheltered compared to higher education. So, children are always being shepherded or they are being sort of looked after by the teachers. So, schools are nurturing grounds. So, a child always has an adult along to guide, to mentor. But in higher education, the children are on their own. There is nobody breathing down your neck about reminding you about homework, submissions, on time, uniform, I card, where's your tie, why is your hair not cut, and things like, the discipline of the school. And suddenly, when the children step into college or in the professional higher education field, they find themselves free, and they actually long for that freedom. When they're in school, they dream of being in college. But if the children don't know how to manage their freedom, that's where the problem begins, and children tend to go astray, and then their grades start falling, and the academic performance takes a dip. So this is where, and also um, life skills such as managing the stress of being in that high performance and high expectation area in higher education. So you're studying on your own, you have to be well organized, and you need to manage your time, you need to be responsible for yourself, and at the same time you're stepping into young adulthood. So managing that freedom, and managing the all the other aspirations and expectations of you being you, and that at age and at being and a young adult, all that can be quite stressful for the children. So that transition is what our youth need to be prepared for and prepare for. It's my, like, as a school principal, as a school leaders, we have that responsibility that we let the young the youth or our young ones into the world, society, community, when they take that final step on the threshold of the school gate, proverbial school gate. So, our responsibility is to ensure our children they are independent individuals who are capable of taking informed decisions, who are able to look after themselves. So that's the transition that we need to prepare our young adults for. And that's where there's a lot of work in social emotion learning that needs to go. So I'll wait for your next questions where I can talk more about life skills. I'm looking forward to that.
Thank you so much, ma'am. As someone who has worked closely with countless students over the years, I know how important it is to prepare them not just academically, but also emotionally and socially. Ma'am, can you share how you and your team at Shining Star works to ensure students are holistically prepared for university life?
So again, good question, Rishija, because this is something really close to my heart. And I tell my students to always maintain a balance, not one at the cost of other. So you've got the school is a area where the children learn about academics. Of course, that's the core of the school. Children come to school to learn, and they come to school to learn English, math, science, and other subjects that are part of the curriculum. But the curriculum is also supported by co-curriculum. So co-curriculum, which we also call as co-scholastic. And this co-scholastic, it becomes equally important. And we, especially in Shining Star, I'm a big fan of co-curricular because I know that what the children learn in class, there's a whole lot of learning that happens outside the four walls of the classroom. So here is a calendar, a rich calendar of activities, of events where the children then learn to express themselves, whether it be of the area of art and craft, performing arts, visual arts, or it is an area where the children are honing their skills, sharpening their skills of communications and public speaking, and therefore getting over the stage fright, speaking to public, be able to hold conversation with another person for fearlessly opinionated conversations. Okay, so that's one area of the school calendar that's rich with activities of public speaking, events. Starts with morning assembly, where we give chance to students all across the school to come forward, and as simple as reading the news of the day, that some children shake. They are scared to go up on the stage to read even the thought of the day. So just reading that one line in front of a whole hall full of students can be quite unnerving. But if you practice it time and again over a period of time, you're throughout your life in school, then from reading that one sentence of thought of the day can become a proper debate, speech, model UN, TEDx, all that is part of a school curriculum, right? And similarly, then if the child has a scientific attitude, and that attitude is again responsibility of the school to nurture, so then there's area of science expo, and there's coding, and then there is robotics. So children can also find that niche where the common then tinker in that tinker lab, and whatever they like doing with science in mind. So like this, we prepare our students for life after school, and for especially admissions in higher institutions, because what you do in school, apart from your board exam results, which I feel they're only marks on a piece of paper for the rest of your life, but we really bother the children to perform at board exams, because of course schools benefit from that, because schools can showcase their, of course it is not about just showcasing, because that's the ultimate, that at the exit the child spending so many years in the school, and look, this is the result, that we are doing good, that the child has passed with flying marks, like extraordinary marks. So that's like one responsibility and one part. But apart from that, the skills that the children will learn in the school, and these are life skills that I call communication skills, is a life skill. I mean, it's like it's a very important skill. And similarly, you've got critical thinking. That's again a life skill. So, interpersonal skills, one of the most underrated. But if you're not able to work as a team player, and you're not able to understand agree to other people's point of view, to agree to disagree in a very congenial and a respectful manner, then you'll find yourself, if you're not able to do that, you'll find yourself struggling for the rest of your life, being part of the employment, the organization that you're employed with. So these are the soft skills that are needed, and these soft skills a person is able to improve when there is opportunity outside the classroom or other areas of the school. So that's the holistic development that I believe in, that it's a balance, it's an all-round personality development, where the child not just excels in academics, but also excels in other areas of the school life, which may be sports, performing arts, visual arts, or any other field of academics, maybe writing a book at that young age, or starting a podcast, a blog, or being invited to a TEDx event, that would be really, really be great. And that's where, like, that's this kind of skills I want children to develop, and we nurture that in our school. So our calendar of activities is rich with these opportunities for the children that we create. So that's the fine balance, and that's what we do at Shining Star. And this is something that we want our children to be prepared with, because these skills then are going to become tools for them to wade through the it's not VUCA world, but it's also a very volatile and a very aggressive world that they step into. So that these skills are going to be tools for the children to then manage their life and be successful.
It's clear that Shining Star International School places a huge emphasis on developing well-rounded individuals. Ma'am, what do you think is the most important lesson or value you hope to impart to your students as they prepare to take on the challenges of university? How do you balance academic rigor with fostering personal growth?
So first and foremost, this youth, I'm going to call this youth young adult, because it, I mean that's what they are. That's the age group they are. So this youth or this young adult. Um, First and foremost is about making your priorities right. You need to have a very clear vision what you want in life, and then you go strategically to pursue that vision. So somebody wants to do only academics, fine. Then the single-minded determination goes into performing well, becoming a research scholar, PhDs, or your academic, that pathway you want to take. That's one. But if somebody is wants to do well in studies also, but also has a passion, and this passion is to change this world, to bring, like sort of be part of that solutionary which brings positive change in this world, and wants to impact lives because with that change. So then these individuals have to be very organized, because your passion should support the academic pathway that you've chosen, and your academics should also give you time so that you can pursue that passion, right? So not at the again, a balance, not one at the cost of other. So firstly, being organized is extremely important. To setting a priority is extremely important. Having a balance and having a working smart is extremely important. So if you've got a deadline to pursue, then you know that you're not going to like say in the evening, giving your time somewhere where it's not going to benefit your performance in the school, your marks, or your your assignment evaluation, whatever. So that balance is extremely important. So one is about being organized. Okay, it's called executive functioning skills. These are extremely important. Second is whatever you do, whatever passion you have, and whatever you want to pursue, kindness is something. Being good-hearted is something that the world needs. We need kind people in the world. We require people who are happy and happy to help others. So this is something, again, compassion and kindness is again something that needs to be nurtured, and has to be nurtured with intentions, because it is, some people are nice, okay, by nature they are born kind. And nature and nurture of the home and the school, they grow up with this very a kind heart. But then sometimes in that rigor of um, college and studies and all, we forget that, and we start becoming mean, we start becoming selfish. So that's a checkpoint, that if I'm speaking rudely to somebody, or I'm being selfish about my work and not sharing, is that going to help me in the long run? Is that going to make the world a better place? No, it's going to make the world a mean place, because you're mean to somebody in return, that meanness comes back to you. So we need kind people. We need goodwill in the school, in the world. We need gratitude in the world. So the children, the young adult who steps into the field of higher education, has to keep his priorities clear, has to be well organized, has to pursue his or her passion, and passionately, and not forgetting that The person, that young adult, owes gratitude to the world, to the community, to the parents, needs to be kind, and has to remember to spread goodness in the world. That probably could be my message to them.
Your insights are so powerful, and it's evident that the work you are doing here is transforming lives, ma'am. Before we wrap up, what advice would you give to the students who are about to embark on this exciting new chapter in their lives? How can they stay motivated and confident as they transition from schools to university?
A tough call to answer how to stay motivated and confident. Confidence is something like I feel that schools owe it to the children to, make them confident, create confident human beings through the work that we do in school, because that's what we need to do to support the students, because our responsibility is that we sort of hand over from school to the higher institutions, right? Because that's what is going into the workforce. Future of work demands that you be good communicators and you be confident individuals and be good at technical skills. Anyway, so one is how to stay motivated. Um, Shija, we've seen this generation, Gen Z, you guys are more friendly to your devices than to your human beings, than to your fellow beings, right? You find it easy to break relationships on WhatsApp than face to face, because it's easy talking to a machine. Machine does not retaliate, the machine does not give you back negative emotions, so you find yourself safe behind a screen. So you need to get out of that. To stay motivated, you need to find a community, because isolation is causes depression. Isolation causes loneliness and sadness. Human beings, we are gregarious by nature, so we thrive in a community. So you need to find a community, because when one human meets another human being, auras, they meet. Okay, and auras mix together, and auras create beauty, and I don't mean physical beauty. Aura creates beauty in around you. You find positivity in that aura. So one person meets another, another person meets another, you find 10 people sitting, cracking jokes, laughing together, sharing food, talking over a cup of coffee. It's a different feeling altogether than you playing games, PSP, or you going for a walk on a treadmill, having that virtual environment around you. Instead of that, I would suggest go out and run in the on the street, run in your park. You'll find two more people who would be running on at your pace. You will build a community of runners together. I'm a marathon runner, so I'm giving an example of something that I know I benefited from. Similarly, wherever it is, don't sit alone. Talk to someone, find friends. Building that community creates a lot of positivity, and you're motivated to do better because you learn from your friends, you learn from your group. Okay, so one is that. And once you're motivated, you find confidence. You find confidence looking at one another, learning from another person, right? So that's about motivated and being motivated and confidence. What was the other lot that other bit that you had asked me apart from this? Navigate the life after school. So, um, like I said about not being alone and finding a community, build a community together, and then learn to manage your emotions and learn to manage your freedom carefully. I've seen youngsters who leave home to go to another city to study. Suddenly, parents' control is not there. You don't have to come back after 6 o'clock. There's nobody to answer. So children uh, abuse that freedom, and then they go haywire, and they get distracted, and unfortunately, some also get into drinking, smoking, because suddenly the parent supervision, teacher supervision is not there. So you learn to manage your freedom yourself. That's, you have to be very, very intelligent about it. You have to be very focused about it. And you have to be very wise about your choices. So take informed decisions. Don't put yourself in a place where you will be unsafe. You know that, right? We still live in a world where girls' safety, and these days even boys also. Okay, so you take informed decisions and make wise choices so that you don't get into trouble. Your parents have pinned their hopes on you. You leave the school, your teachers have done the job, one batch goes out, and we pray and we wish that batch all the very best. But it is your parents. Your parents have pinned a lot of hopes on you. You must remember that. And therefore, whatever you do, you think that how my parents, if there's something wrong you're doing, you think about what my mother is going to feel about this. What will my father, what will, how insulting will it be for my father to hear about it from if something goes wrong. So you always do, and you take permission, keep your parents informed. Don't do behind their back. And if something goes wrong, please go to your parents. Don't again try and solve that problem by yourself. Your parents might be strict with you. You might feel they will judge you or they'll get angry, but ultimately they are your parents. They love you and they will save you. Nobody else. Okay? And don't have ego hassles with your parents. Don't be disrespectful to them. If you're traveling out of town to study, call your parents every day. Your mother literally waits for you to know how you're being. So at least end of the day, call your parents. So this is like a mix of keeping your academic priorities together, keeping your social, emotional well being in your hand, and also fulfilling your responsibility and your discipline to your parents. So it is a triangulation of all these things that ultimately will make you a successful human being. So I wish all the very best to all the young students, all the grade 12 students who are waiting for their board exam results and then waiting for what lies out there. It's a lovely playing field for all of them. And it all depends on how much hard work you want to invest in yourself. And believe you me, Shija, these are the years of working hard. You're young, you have energy, you have the resources, you have the time. By the time you're 30, you are well settled. You need to be settled in your workplace. So you work hard now, you reap the benefits later. It is about sowing the seeds. What kind of seeds you want to sow? That's the harvest you're going to reap. So it's all about knowing your priorities and going with single-minded determination of achieving what you want in life.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Wonderfully spoken. Ma'am, I can't thank you enough for your time and for sharing such valuable wisdom with us today. Your leadership continues to inspire not only the students here, but also everyone who is lucky enough to work alongside you, myself included. It's been an absolute honor to learn from you and to all of our viewers watching. Thank you so much for joining us for this special conversation. If you found this discussion helpful and inspiring, don't forget to like, subscribe, and keep watching Edu TV, a channel with a million eyes across 28 countries. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, Shija. It's such an honor being here, and thank you so much. I mean, I could talk for hours. I'm sure you don't want that.
Yeah, no, ma'am, it's okay. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much. I'm really thankful to Mr. Pranav also for inviting me to speak on his channel. A million eyes, amazing.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
All the very best, and all the very best to you, Shija.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Take care. Can I leave?